UFC 326 just wrapped up and it was an absolute banger from top to bottom. Good fights. Let's start the main event. We had Volkanovski taking on Diego Lopes, man. And I'm not gonna lie, Sam, I thought this fight was gonna be drastically different. You know what I mean? Because this was pretty much a copycat from the first one.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I thought more was gonna happen with Diego Lopes gonna come in, you know,
Wait, but weren't you rooting for Volk the whole time?
Oh, I was, but I wanted to see a fight. Just because I was going for one guy doesn't mean I want the other guy, you know? It has to be boring.
Sure. So you get this fight you didn't even deserve, and you come out with that mid-performance. It's like, bro, come on, do something different. It was identical. He dropped Volk once, and Volk dominated the rest of the fight. And it wasn't like dominating to where it's like, oh my gosh, get him out of there, right? Like we saw a couple times throughout the night, but it was like, hey, one guy's clearly winning. He put his hand up at the end like, bro had a shot, and he was confused by the 45-5 performance. Like, nah, bro. You definitely lost that.
Man, I was disappointed. But listen, Volk is a champion again. And you know what?
No, here we go.
You know what? The GOAT. The featherweight GOAT. No disputes. All right. He is the featherweight GOAT. Better than Jose Aldo. Unk, come on, man.
Next topic, please. Next topic.
He beat your guy 3 times.
Okay, cool. So, to talk about it next, Sam, let me ask you, man. What do you want to see next for Volkanovski? Who can he fight?
It looks like they're going to probably schedule Lauren Murphy against Movzar. Now, undefeated against undefeated.
For sure. And then the winner goes to Volk, clearly?
Oh, for sure. 100%. And Diego Lopes sent his ass back to the Shadow Realm. We don't see him for 2 more fights, 3 more fights. You know, he doesn't deserve it right now, especially right now.
I think he took so little damage, we can put him in there in the White House card. Bro, they need someone. The White House needs fighters. Volk's down. He likes making history. He definitely could be on that card. It could fill a big gap that they're missing right now.
Does he have Dana White privilege? Yes or no?
I don't think so. Not like Diego Lopes, but he has that favorability. But Sam, I think this really addresses and really puts the scope on a bigger problem. This fight should have never happened in the first place. And this is why.
Yes, I mean, when we first announced it, we made a video. We're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Again? Like, why? For what reason? Because he beat Gene Silva, number 10 ranked?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Wow, Evloev has beaten this guy already. And Lauren Murphy, bro, you know, like, he's going crazy. So it's like, are you serious? These 2 guys are deserving, and you give it to Diego Lopes.
I think because Dana White is 2 things. 1, he's not interested in the UFC no more. And 2, there's really not that many people for him to fight. So maybe there's a scenario where Aljo goes out there, he fights somebody, and then he moves up and fights Volk and loses. Sure, we can explore that, but it shouldn't have happened, and this is a perfect example. It was exactly what happened in the first fight. But at the end of the day, our boy Volk won, so we got to see one of the unks, one of the OGs still make it happen. So I had to contest. I'm a little bit happy there, but as far as the main event and me being excited about it, a little bit lackluster, just a little bit.
I was very disappointed. I mean, this shouldn't have happened.
Okay, now looking at the co-main event, you had Dan Hooker versus BSD. I was excited for this one because I know BSD, he likes to brawl, whether it's not the most exciting or it is, you know, we can talk about that. But Dan Hooker, that man's always down for the fade one way or another. So that's a pretty good fight. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed. He lost the fight when he didn't need to, and BSD got another win. That's 4 in a row for him. So it was a good fight.
The God of War is here, all right? He's coming after your boy.
Who's he coming
after? The BMF.
Oh, stop it. Stop. He's not gonna fight Max Holloway or freaking Oliveira. That's stupid. Okay.
Dan Hooker, you stop wrestling. I mean, this is just crazy. This dude's always getting submitted, man. He survived against Gamrot, but he couldn't survive against Armin, and he definitely couldn't survive against BSD. Oh my god,
it was tough too. And the funny part is, Dan Hooker, like it was pretty competitive. He was stuffing the takedowns. He was doing a good job. He gave a submission so that BSD backed off, and it helped a couple times. It worked. A mistake was made. This dude tried to take him down. He got reversed on basically, and then BSD was on top, just elbows from freaking France, bro. It was nasty. And the ref, Herb Dean, was doing Herb Dean things, just letting him take shots like, bro, he's dead. I'm like, Herb, I know this dude already has freaking level 5 CTE, and we think he's going to be okay, but bro, come on.
Hey, man, did they switch with Mario Yamazaki? Like, I'm confused, man. Herb Dean just doesn't care. He wants you to die.
Let me ask you this. What do you want to see next for BSD?
The loser of Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway. That's who it has to be, yes. If Max loses, he has to go against BSD. If, Charles loses, then, okay, that would be cool. But he might retire, so now I'm like, I don't know.
Isn't it so funny how, like, we look at BSD, like, he's on a 4-fight win streak, clearing everybody out, and then you say he gets the loser of a BMF bout, not even the main event. Like, bro's so disrespected, and guess what? I'm on that train. He ain't fighting none of those guys. Okay, honestly, let's do this. If Max gets the win, I want to see him fight for the belt. If Charles gets the win, give him one more fight and then fight for the belt. But that next fight, is it going to be BSD? Is that enough? I think someone has to go through Armin again, honestly. Because Armin is so glaringly the #1 prospect, bro. Anything else that doesn't involve his name is just disrespect. And Dana White hates that dude, which is fine. You know what I mean? It got nothing to do with me. But I just don't want to see that. I don't want to see BSD in that contention.
That's crazy because I think as like a punishment again for Armin, which is crazy that he has to go through all this freaking trials and tribulations, he has to go against BSD.
Honestly, I'm with that. That solves a lot of the problems in the division. But again, do we want to cut that off? Because there's like 5 to 8 people who they can fight each other, but a lot of them have fought each other already. So if you take those 2 names out, it kind of puts things back. Right now, you have a good problem. You have good contenders. But the right people aren't fighting the champion. We just had this Mickey Mouse lightweight bout that shouldn't have happened. Now you have the BMF circulating in that division as well. You have people who beat each other, lost. Michael Chandler screaming somewhere, see you at the top. It's kind of chaotic there, but you know, I like it. That's what we're here for.
But there's a fight that needs to happen, all right? Okay. Dan Hooker against Patty. Ooh. There is some serious beef there. Yeah. They've been talking some crazy stuff with each other for some reason. I don't know where it came from.
Honestly, that's a really good idea. I didn't even think about that. But those 2 guys hate each other. They're both coming off L's. I think it serves Dan Hooker more because Patty just fought for the belt, and Dan Hooker, he lost 2 in a row now. Mind you, it's been against dogs like Armin, and it's been against dogs like, obviously, we just saw BSD right now. But that would be a good fight. There's backstory. They hate each other, talking about their moms, their dead friends. It's crazy. Okay, the last fight I want to talk about today is Mauricio Ruffy versus Faze. Now, this was a banger, dude. This was a banger. We saw pretty quickly that they were not the same type of striker. You know, Faze seemed like a bit more well-rounded. He could maybe wrestle, grapple a little bit better. This dude, Ruffy, like, he was just sharp. Like, when he was coming in, you felt there was going to be damage. Ayo. But he was just quick with it, man.
Dude, I felt it. Like, oh my God, when he punched him, I could hear, like, the sound. I was like, oh, he's going down. Yeah. And he did the chicken dance, you know?
He did the Irish jig. That's crazy.
Yes, he did all those dances. And I knew right away, I was like, oh, no, it's over. You kept saying, oh, Faze, he's not done. He's not done. I'm like, dude, he's done. Yeah. It was looking like he was going to go lights out.
I thought that was like more of a selfish perspective I was taking because I was like, hey, come on, Faze, because that was a banger up until that point, right? These guys are both strikers for the most part, so I was like, come on, Faze, fight. Watching the replay, I'm like, yeah, he should have called that sooner. Bro was cooked. He was like falling when he got up, he fell again. It's like, yeah, that was good. Honestly, I'm excited for Ruffy, bro. Like this is one of the times I've really focused on the fight. Normally he's fighting like, he got to win. Cool, it's exciting, cool, but I'm never really excited. This got me excited.
Now, who the hell do you think Ruffy's going to fight? I have a guy in mind, but who do you got?
So it's actually someone you mentioned earlier. What if in a perfect scenario we have Patty the Baddie versus Ruffy? You're telling me that wouldn't be super exciting?
It could happen. I mean, but I just don't see it because I feel like they don't wants to have like kind of like a revenge fight, you know, with Dan Hooker. I just can't see it.
That would be a good idea, but I'm just saying, who else can Ruffy fight next? I mean, he can fight somebody boring, like maybe a rematch against BSD. Don't really want to see that.
What about Gamrot? What? There we go. Now, hey, come on.
Don't say, what about Gamrot? Like, anyone wants to see Gamrot fight, bro. Stop it. Stop.
Well, who else can he fight? Okay, tell me. Really, Patty? Really?
Charles Oliveira after a loss. Oh. Ruffy versus Oliveira, that would feed families. That would feed families in Brazil and also in the U.S. That'd be a banger, would it not?
I mean, there's a chance he could get knocked out.
No, there's a chance he gets knocked out. Absolutely, a pretty high chance. But there's also, I don't care what you want to see. There's also a chance that the champion who has a name, Oliveira, he submits him, and that'd be a good fight too.
I mean, he could. Yeah, he is flawed in the wrestling. That's true.
All right, guys.
Wait. What about Taito Iwasa? Who should he fight next? And who should Tyler Shiro fight next? Come on, man.
He should fight in Bellator. That's who he should fight, bro. Stop. Don't cut me off, bro. Okay, guys. That's going to do it for another one today. I hope you guys enjoyed our recap of UFC 325. There were some banger fights that happened on this card. Volk kept his title. Shout out to him. Shout out to Unk. Let's see who's going to fight next. Exciting things. One of the best fights we've seen so far of this year were on that card between Faze and Ruffy. So let's see what happens on the next one.